Thinking about moving your database from DB2 AS 400 to the cloud with AWS Aurora? It's a huge project, but I'm going to show you how it breaks down into a few manageable steps. Let's get started. The first step is to assess your migration complexity with InsightWays. Download and install the software via the link in the description. Launch InsightWays when installed, and choose your source and target engines. DB2 AS 400 as a source database, and AWS Aurora, MySQL as a target. Next, select objects and perform a static analysis of the source DB2 database using this automated assessment tool. The tool connects to the DB2 system catalog to parse the DDL for all objects and the code inside procedural objects like stored procedures, functions, and triggers. It does not access your business data. The resulting assessment report provides critical data for planning. An automation forecast percentage, estimating how much of the database code can be converted without manual changes. A complexity analysis, which categorizes objects as low, medium, high, or manual. An object is complex if it uses a feature with no direct equivalent in Aurora. Identification of specific objects and code lines that require manual review and intervention. The next step is migration with SQLWays. Download and install the software via the link in the description. Then the technical conversion begins with project initialization. First, create a local project directory to store all migration artifacts. Second, configure the source connection to the DB2 database, typically via an ODBC DSN with credentials sufficient to read the system catalog. Third, configure the target connection with the AWS Aurora instance's endpoint URL, port, database name, and credentials. Following the configuration, define the migration scope. From a hierarchical view of the DB2 database, select the specific schemas, tables, views, and procedures to include. Define conversion options to customize transformation logic. For example, mapping a DB2_DEC data type to PostgreSQL's numeric or changing naming conventions for constraints. Review the configuration summary. A command line equivalent is generated, enabling the process to be automated across various environments. The migration is executed in a two-phase process. Conversion. This is an offline process. The tool transforms the extracted DB2 object definitions and logic into SQL scripts compatible with the target Aurora dialect. Import. This is an online process. The tool connects to the Aurora instance and executes the generated scripts to create the schema and load the data. If a procedural object fails automatic conversion, you can use an AI assistant for troubleshooting. You can send the problematic DB2 code snippet to a large language model with source and target dialect context. The LLM will suggest a functional version of the code for the target platform. Before cutover, perform rigorous validation. This must include unit tests for individual procedures, integration tests for application functionality, and performance tests to confirm transaction throughput. Finally, execute the final cutover, update the application's connection strings to the Aurora endpoint, and decommission the DB2 database. And that's it. Ready to transform your migration process? Get a free plan of SQLWays and start your migration journey today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and updates.